We start in Greece with the latest on the wildfires there. There is a new evacuation order, this time for a seaside area to the east of Athens. Helicopters are back up in the air after being grounded overnight for safety reasons as they try to tackle the fires, along with, of course, trucks and hundreds of firefighters. European countries are sending help as well. Equipment, aid, firefighters, trucks and planes. So far, we know that one person, or we believe that one person has been killed in these fires. With all the latest, here's our reporter, Joe Inwood.
Sometimes, faced with flames reaching up to 25 metres high, all you can do is stand and watch. But thousands have fled the wildfires that have now reached the outskirts of Athens. Others, like 64-year-old Anna, have decided to try and stay and protect their properties.
Early in the morning, we were constantly receiving messages telling us to evacuate. We were terrified. We thought the fire would go elsewhere, but suddenly it came to our homes. We panicked and evacuated then, but now we've returned to save whatever we can.
Greece has just experienced its hottest June and July on record, with strong winds helping the flames spread.
The feeling was scary, to see everything up in smoke and to see the fire pass through and to not be able to do anything.
The authorities have been trying to beat them back, with around 700 firefighters, 120 vehicles and large numbers of soldiers all involved. Aided by local people, doing what they can to protect their homes. 30 different communities have been messaged by the authorities telling them to leave, even though help is said to be on its way.
In response to our country's request for assistance, France has sent a helicopter, Italy is sending 2 aircraft, and the Czech Republic is sending 75 firefighters and 25 vehicles, including 9 water tankers.
And while it is Greece currently suffering, extreme temperatures are an increasing problem for all of Europe. A study published in Nature Medicine found the continent suffered 50,000 excess deaths last year, linked to heat waves caused by man-made climate change. With at least one person already killed by these fires, and reports of others being taken to hospital with breathing problems, the price being paid could get higher still. Joe Inwood, BBC News.
Well, let's speak now to Kostis Gramanis, climate and energy campaigner at Greenpeace Greece. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Thank you very much for having me.
So what, in your opinion, are the conditions here in Greece that have led to these wildfires?
Before I make a comment on that, please allow me to say that our thoughts are with our firefighters and volunteers and inhabitants, that have been trying to deal with this horrific situation over the past few days. Now, look, we know we had the experience of last year where over 1 million acres of land have been burned, resulting to tens of deaths of our fellow civilians. So it's it's the grim reality that we have to face every year with extended heat waves, prolonged droughts, and the situation this far in the northeastern Attica is horrific due to the very strong winds that we have.
So given that, how do you begin to try and combat this?
Well, the problem is that, we, Greece as a country is basically investing too much on suppressing the fires when they erupt. And basically, in our estimation, we're not doing too much as far as prevention goes during the winter months. So
what would that prevention look like? What would that be?
That would entail, funding the firefighters units, the forestry agency with personnel in order to engage into activities of clearing, the dry biomass from forests, opening up roads so the fire brigade can reach there on time. And of course, basically all the necessary actions needed before the fire season starts. Also, please let me point out that, as a country, Greece is at the forefront of climate crisis. We have one of the highest costs per capita due to the impacts of the climate crisis in Europe, which means that, we cannot be on both sides of history, meaning that we cannot be at the forefront of fighting the impacts of climate crisis and at the same time investing too much funds on fossil fuels. Greece is basically maintaining a narrative on fossil gas development and on oil and gas drilling in its territorial seas. So on the one hand, we have increased temperatures, ravaging every year our livelihoods and our lives. And on the other hand, we still invest in fossil fuels, which we know is the main cause of climate crisis.
Kostis Grammatis, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.